The title of his speech is Priceless Present. Priceless Present, Youth Leader Manoj.
Am I out of that back? Yes. On 10th May 2013, I woke up from my deep slumber due to the ring of my alarm clock. I dressed up and I rushed. Distinguished Toastmasters, youth leaders, and dear guests, good evening.
Good evening.
I rushed to the bus stop. Right in front of me, I saw my bus fade away. I ran behind the bus, but all I remember is me sitting in the bus stop and crying. A minute, just a minute. If I would have reached the bus stop just a minute before, I would have been in the Scouts camp Riyadh on that day. My mom often says, time stands still for no man. And I realized these words only while coming back from the bus stop. Ashamed and painful, I came back, realizing how foolish was I to leave such a golden opportunity in my life. This was not the first time I've experienced this. 3 years back, when I was in grade 6. As everyone, I too visited my native place, India. Our plan was to go in May and come back in the mid of June, before my summative examination starts. Once I reached India, fun started. Fun with my cousin brothers, going to malls, shopping, and lots more. Eating out the grill, and much more. 1 week more to go back to Saudi, and I felt sick. I was hospitalized, and I was completely blank. I managed to come back to Saudi just a day before my summative examinations. I still remember how dreadful I felt when I boarded my plane from Chennai to Dammam. As soon as I reached Saudi Arabia, I ran into my study room and sat and started studying. Each and every minute felt like an hour. I stretched that evening until midnight to bring back all the time I had wasted in India. I was so tired, and the anxiety of time, of speeding, I was restless. I could barely stand on my feet. The next day, I literally dragged myself towards the examination hall and sat down. Right in front of me, I saw a clock laughing at me for the plight I put myself into. I got the question paper and looked at the questions. They looked familiar, but when I read the question, I was blank. I tried to answer it, but I don't know the answers. And when I recalled some answers for some questions, I never found the question in the question paper. I wrote all the answers in the question paper, even then, if they were irrelevant. And still, the teacher must have felt pity on me and given me a pass. I could not believe my own self that I would have got a pass. Friends, the bus I had missed was a second awakening in my life. That day, I surely realized one thing in my life. Why we call this moment now as a present. Once we leave this present time, we never get it back. We spend time. But if we don't spend time wisely, it is just like letting go of money into the drain. A second is enough to make you the richest person on earth. A millisecond is enough to change life to death. A minute is enough to decide victory and defeat. Time, and only time, decides where you are and where you could go. Every hour in our possession brings us with thousands of opportunities. Every minute that we have is like a storehouse of wonderful chances. Every second in our life that we utilize is going to change our life. So we have to use every second in our life which can change us. Friends, I have realized the importance of time by these hard and painful lessons. Do you also want to realize the importance of time by these hard lessons? Yes? Yes? So we all have to utilize time in a proper manner and use this special and precious possession in our life in a correct manner to make us better personalities and to lead this community. So, can we fellow youth leaders use time as properly and make us better personalities?
Yes.
Can we fellow youth leaders not waste time?
Yes.
Over to you, youth leader. Okay.